each other. We live by the lessons we've learned as we work towards one solution through a spirit evolution. Digimon, forever united as one. Together the battles are won. Digimon, through us let your spirit evolve. Run for us all. Run for one world, this world for us all. Digimon.
Okay folks, we have another holy Digimon on our list. I don't know what's with all the religious, but again, he's a holy Digimon. Actually, he's a godlike Digimon. He makes his first appearance in Digimon 3, well, Season 3, not Digimon 3. And he's basically a sovereign. He protects the Rest Gate, and when the threat of the D-Reaper comes up, he actually is the first one on the scene and he tries to take him down, which is honorable, I guess. But other than that, he's based on a white tiger. He has ancient Chinese armor. He has godlike powers. He has strength unbeknownst. He is the youngest and the strongest of the sovereigns. And basically, he's just an all-around good guy. You know, he helps the Digidestin fight the D-Reaper the best he can, eventually losing. But other than that, he was in Digimon World 2, where it took me a while to beat him, but I beat him. But other than that, he's really lackluster in the show, and in the game, you only fight him once, so yeah, he didn't leave a big impression on me. That's why he is only number 70 and not higher. Tintumon is the Digivolution of Lopmon, and yes again, another holy Digimon. Her design is a tall ass freaking bunny with 3 horns on its head and wearing an old Chinese outfit. But don't let this bunny fool you. It is extremely powerful to the point that it became a guardian of the South Gate. Yeah, I know, badass.
Of course!
Oh, and her arms can turn into blades when she uses her bunny blades attack. Again, so freaking cool. Now, I could never find a card, but I did have one in my Digimon group, and it was okay, not the best. That's one reason why she isn't higher up on this list. Okay, so how badass does this sound? Tintumon is basically a bio-cyborg centaur. That's right, cyborg centaur. His design is of a horse/man centaur with more cybernetic futuristic parts put on him. He was originally the protector of the temple that's devoted to the Digidestin. Unfortunately, he got controlled by one of DaBooma's Black Gears and attacked the Digidestin with moves like Solar Ray and Jet Gallop, which are pretty powerful attacks for a champion level Digimon. I really like how he protects him in the series once he finds out that he was under mind control. But other than that, he's rather used pretty common as a henchman, and he's commonly found in the card games. But other than that, he's just a downright cool design for a Digimon. Okay, so this is what happens when Gatomon gets a hold of the Digi Egg of Knowledge. And it's freaking amazing! I love the design of Gatomon being a bug-type Digimon. She still has the resemblance of Gatomon, with her rings being the color of Gatomon and her claws, which we all know where she got those claws. On the other hand, the moves, meh, like Sweet Honey Straw and Sweet Pheromone, yeah, pretty weak. But funny story, I actually won 2 or 3 card battles with this character in my card. So yeah, this one's a pretty cool design, but other than that, it's pretty simple. Hey, this one is only in the movies. He didn't make that much of an impact. Ha 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 ha. You'll be wrong. Because he was the main baddie in the second half of the movie. Oh, and on top of that, he wasn't just that. He could also control time itself by reverting all the Digidestin and the Digimon back to being their kids and their rookie form. And then, to show how badass he is, he juggles them. That's right, he freaking juggles them. His design is that of a jester, which is pretty cool if I say so myself. He's been the final boss of 2 Digimon games, but that still doesn't save him from having a very low appearance. That's why he's only 66 and not higher. Okay, maybe it's just me, but this version of Angemon, it seems like a tribute to one of my favorite animes ever, Akira. Angemon fused with the Dark Network, and the whole episode has an Akira feel to it. From its design to his attack, Dark Spirit's Chaos, which engulfs you in a dark spirit, made me feel like I like Angemon. Until he came back as Metal Angemon. To me, this will always be the best form of Angemon ever. Okay guys, he is literally a cyborg Hornet, but who freaking cares? This Digimon was always in my party when I played Digimon The Lost Evolution, and what makes him even cooler than being a cyborg Hornet is where his name and design is based from. A Asian giant Hornet or tiger Hornet, tiger wasp, excuse me. So when it's not in your party, it's defending its mysterious home, the aerial covert Hornet base, or the royal base for short, because that's a mouthful. But it's only this high because it was only in the game and no other, not even in the card game. Trust me, I've looked. But for his lack of appearance, his attacks sure do make up for it. Mark Stinger Victory and Gear Stinger. Ah yes, Tintumon. Quite possibly my second favorite Digimon in the original Digidestin group. That's right, I said it. He's my second favorite Digimon from that group. I love his design, I love the character in the anime, and his voice is okay. The design of Tintumon is basically a ladybug with spikes on the back and like scythes for hands. But other than that, he's just Izzy's Digimon. He's just like Izzy was for the Digidestin. He's kind of the brains of the Digimon group. His attacks, the Super Shocker, sends out an electrical beam that, well, you guessed it, shocks people, which is a pretty effective move for a rookie type Digimon. Which I always thought the actor doing his voice said Super Shocker. Well, I guess with that, he sold lots of merchandise just like Angemon, and it was a pretty good to start off with in the trading card game. But other than that, he doesn't get any higher than that. Holy freaking crap! Would you look at this thing? Seriously, look at it. It's so freaking awesome. This is a Greymon from the Greymon family. I freaking love. He is a ancient dragon Digimon, and he is one of the 10 legendary warriors, which that secretly is the Digidestined. Anyways, he shows up in the show just for a couple of episodes, so they made him a finish move in Digimon Battle Frontier 2 for Angemon, but that's why he is he made a short appearance, and you know, he didn't make that big of an impact. But by God, look at the design of him, he's freaking awesome. Oh yes, Apocalypse, only to appear as a surprise fight at the end of the series. Thank you, Bison. Anyways, he's a surprise villain and he just felt rushed. I thought they ended the series great with the Masters, but then again, I thought they ended it pretty good after they defeated Myotismon. But he is a pretty cool design, and he does delete the Digicrest and nearly defeats the Digidestined, so that gives him some points there. But on the other hand, he just feels rushed. Oh god, kill it with fire! Kill it with fire! What was that said for? It's only Armageddon. God, I hate spiders. And this guy walks and acts just like a spider. So let's move on. Armageddon is the evolved form of DaBooma. He was the main baddie in the first Digimon movie and returns in the second in his evolved state, Armageddon. And he is completely badass in it. He beats the crap, I mean the crap out of Omnimon and Imperial Dramon fighter mode. He fires his Destiny Destroyer point blank on Omnimon and makes short work of Imperial Dramon, beating both to the point Omnimon is separated, but he gets defeated pretty quickly when they fuse, and doesn't show up in the cards or other media with the exception of one Japanese game as a boss, but I haven't played it, so I don't know how he is in it. Magma shields are definitely up for this one. Okay, so 59 is DaBooma. Yes, I said it, he's only 59. And he's my favorite Digimon from the original Digidestined. His design is very cool. He is a reptile Digimon that took it now from another Digimon. Okay, anyways, he was a major character. He was kind of the voice of reason for the Digimon group and his partner Matt. His attacks are pretty cool, the Blue Buster and Horn attack. Other than that, I could really connect to DaBooma more than the others. He's a pretty good rookie card in the training card game, and I always had him in my group on Digimon World. His episodes where he is the main attention is always great, and he is so much better than Angemon. Angemon is an animal Digimon whose name and design is derived from the gargoyle dog breed. And by the way, he has guns for arms. Oh my god! That is so freaking cool. He was one of my favorites in the third season, and his attitude was always fun and entertaining. He always makes me smile and laugh. And he's totally cool. And would be fun to have in real life. his attacks, the gargoyle pellets, is pretty cool as well. He does look like a cross between Barrett and a bunny. Nah, maybe. Anyways, I had all his toys and every version of his card. No, I didn't look for them, I just so happened to get them in the packs. But other than that, he's the weakest of the group and he does sometimes fall into being retarded. And so he does lose points there and he isn't that great in the game. Oh yeah, the opposite of Angemon, Lady DaBooma, is pretty cool designed. She is a fallen angel Digimon. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of religious stuff in Digimon. She is pretty powerful. She was the #1 bodyguard of Paimon, and she is a pretty powerful henchman in the later series. And pretty hot if you ask me. Or if you're into the S&M kind of stuff, you know. I really like her design, I really do, and it feels really dark. It fits her character. Thank you, Bison. But the reason she's not higher because of the lack of being showed in the show, and the fact that her toy is pretty rare to find and her card isn't all that great. Oh god, it's another form of Paimon. What a freaking surprise. Shut it! It's my list. Anyways, Angemon is so freaking cool, even though he's a goody good, and his design is so freaking cool. 6 wings and a golden staff. He's a freaking angel. An angel! Again, religious. And his body is wrapped in pure white goodness. Goodness! I know, weird, but it's true. And he has one of my favorite attacks, Hand of Fate. Other than that, he's a critical member of the team. Even though Paimon didn't really digivolve into Angemon that much in the season, but when he did, he either helped the Digidestin by helping Angemon and Gabumon warp digivolve into their mega states, or helping the other teams. And now his toys are pretty easy to find and he is pretty helpful in the game. Lilithmon is a demon lord Digimon whose name and design are derived from the mythological Lilith, one of the 7 great demon lords. It has the appearance of a woman and it represents the moon and the sin of lust. Oh yeah, badass. Oh, and she is one of the main bodies in the Cross Wars season. She is one of the 3 head officers and only known female general. Wow. I mean, come on, that's pretty amazing. And she is primarily pulling everyone's strings. And her attacks are just so damn evil. I mean, Phantom Pain literally rots her opponent's bodies away. Just wow. That's about it for her. Moving on to 54. Oh god, no Lilithmon, I'm sorry! Okay, so we've seen a lot of Digimon on this list, and a lot of crazy designs and a lot of cool designs on here. But by far, this one takes the cake for crazy and kick-ass designs that I've seen so far in Digimon. I mean, come on, he's a freaking Colt revolver with eyes, arms, legs, and a cool-ass cowboy outfit. Oh, and one more thing, he also has 2 revolvers for weapons. So yeah, I know, overkill, much? But you're wrong, Deputy Mon makes his first appearance in the second season as a sidekick to Starmon, who was basically a sheriff in a ghost town in the digital world until Starmon fell to the power of the Dark Rings, which he helped the Digidestined free him. But other than that, he's very keen sense of justice. He has a badass card and all around cool Digimon. Okay, so we've seen what happens to Gachamon when she uses the Egg of Knowledge. Now we're seeing what happens to Vmon when he uses the Digi Egg of Light. He becomes Gargoylemon. He's been in the anime and the third Digimon World game, and that's where he shines the most. I didn't like him in the anime, too much of a joke, and he is pretty badass in the third Digimon World. You fight him when you go up against the Game Master. His attacks range from Freezing Ring and Statue Bomber, but he loses points because at times his fights can be real easy or annoying as crap. So that's why he isn't any higher than what he is. Now here's a Digimon that originated just in the card game. It hasn't appeared in any games or shows yet, and the design of it is totally badass. He looks like a hedgehog. No, Surfbot, not Sonic the Hedgehog, a Digimon Hedgehog. He's got huge diamonds for spikes and could easily give Armadillomon a run for his money as being a digging type Digimon. Now, not much is said more about him, but in the card game he's pretty decent in there, but his design is what puts him at 52. Okay, now this is the Digivolution of my oldest mon I really like. He's gigantic, he's a vampire slash bat combination creature, and he is totally badass. He beats down the Digidestined to the point that Angemon and Gabumon had to warp Digivolve into their mega forms, which even still he gave them a run for their money. Though he is a gigantic Digimon, which in some cases hinders some evil bosses, but not for him. And then he has another sidekick, his true face, which is where he fell off to me, because when he went there, he was easily beaten and not so badass. And in the video games, just like his former self, he ain't that good either. So that is, again, why he is so low.
When you have to face a